Well, Bruce, we finally got our parts from CCR that we're waiting for the door. Now, I don't have my tailgate stuff yet. It's still on the way. Should be here any day. But boy, they sent me some goodies. Retainer clips for that lower seal. I got 2 of those. Probably gonna need both of these for sure. Some of this stuff I'm gonna send back if I don't use. The end of that door, especially that driver's side, completely destroyed on that driver's side. So I'll be able to just cut that off and install these in the door. I don't think I'll need this one on this passenger side, so I'll send it back. The lower part of the front of the door, driver's side's damaged, so that. The retaining straps for the wood, both sides of the rear. Lower retaining for the wood on both sides of the door. Both doors, I mean. And got the lower part of the door. Your driver's side's destroyed, and that's what's having me held up. So I will cut that out of your door and then put this new one in there. And then this retaining strip goes right on the bottom. So very nice piece. And then I've got the other one for the other side of the door, and I'll probably send this one back right here as well. So let's build a door. Now it's time to build your door, Bruce, and I want to show you a little bit of what I'm going to do here. Now, when I had your door, I went ahead and fit your door up in the pocket, and with all this corner just smashed and destroyed and rusted out and gone, it was showing signs that this door needs to come up just a little bit with this cross brace. When I pull that cross brace up, it shows this corner needs to come up. So if I was just to cut this all loose and start putting metal in, it would probably relax to this stand or whatever you're working on, and then it would be all out of whack. So I do several checks. So I check it in the pocket, and it shows it needs to come up like this. Then I take your wood. Now I've got your wood fit on the back piece of your vehicle, and it fits really nice. Your wood matches the front piece to the back piece. The contour of it is exact. So I don't want to be flexing and moving this wood. And it's going to give me another check before I start cutting it apart. So I put your wood up here, and I get it in place. And this front wood, the bracket up in the front's bent a little bit, and I'm fixing to dolly it down so that it sets real nice. But there again, it shows up back here in the back that this back needs to come up to match the wood as well. So that's a couple of good checks showing me the same thing, that this corner's got to come up. So I'm going to go ahead and jig this door up to where it's setting real nice to match this wood. Then I'll put that metal in there and then lock it down. And this wood will fit perfectly. It'll match the back perfectly. It's going to fit the pocket perfectly, and be a very, very nice fit. Now, Bruce, I took the wood and I have fit it to the door and grounded in the ends and made it fit real nice here and fit all the way around and fixed the lip all the way around. And it's showing me that this end needs to come up just a little bit. So now that I've got all that done, now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut all this out. You can see how this is all damaged and rusty and gone, and kind of all the way down through there is bent, rusted all the way through and gone. And then over here on the table, I've got all your new metal. So, all right, Bruce. Now I've got your lower piece cut out and installed back to the exact location in relationship from the top to the bottom. But now that I start working in the corners, I have to work all that years of stress and fatigue and where the body rusted and everything settled down. So this door was hit in the rear and it crushed that corner there. And when it crushed that corner, it folded all this down. And I have to find every one of those numbers and put all of them back in their place. If I just put this piece on here and then put this piece on here, this post was rolled in so much that it would make my hinge not work. So I've got this in here, and I've got it pulled back up, and I've got a really nice true right angle on this corner now, and now I can buckle it in. And as I keep straightening those spots right there, this door will go right back in its natural position flawlessly where it went before. So I've got this corner up, I've had to push this back, I've had to do some modifying on the back, and then once I get a little bit closer, I will start fitting the wood on it just to make sure I got the right contour. But so far so good. Every time I take something out of it that was stressed or damaged, the door gets a lot straighter. It wants to go back to where it was. It just has a lot of stress in it from all the damage and all the years of settling and rust and losing its structure. So now I've got this back up in place. It'll line this a little bit. It'll move it over here a little bit. It'll raise this up to where it's almost sitting in its natural spot. So I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around this door until I get it in good shape. One good thing is the driver's door is the worst one of all. So I'll start on it first. I can use my passenger door to get some of these measurements and some of these numbers. But before I tack any piece together, I'm going to find a way to measure and move and manipulate that to get it right back in its sweet spot, then knock it in place. Got your metal in the lower part of the door, and I straightened all the fatigue out of it. It's got your door in your original shape, and that's very important because I'm going to have to build your whole car around your side doors and your back doors, because it's the only thing I have left to measure off of, because the rest of the car has settled and moved so much. So I got all that work done, put the door back on. Now I had the door where it was shut before, trying to do the mock-up, because I had to mock the whole thing up here to know how my motor was going to sit, how my air conditioner was going to sit, and just give me an idea of what I was going to be able to do with the body in relationship to the running gear. Now it's time to fine-tune it. So now that I put the door back on after doing all that, I can see that it's brought this door up, and that's normal from the fatigue of it dropping down and this door being smashed in at the bottom. And it's a little bit taller right here. Well, that's good for me because I'm going to go in here in this post, and I'm going to move this post forward a little bit. It's going to drop that door down right where it needs to be. It's going to give me a little more room for my engine. I'm already at about 3/4 of an inch because I kind of anticipated it was going to be this way, and I wanted it as low as possible, so I went ahead and dropped this thing down to 3/4 of an inch from the hood. Well, the time I move this post, it's going to move this fender up. It's going to give me some good clearance on the hood, and it's got that door. I'm just so tickled with the way that door's working. Now, as I was building the door, I kept test fitting this. So as I'd straighten it, I would test fit the wood. I've been working the wood down to where it's flush against the metal. And now you kind of see, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it's touching a little bit here, not touching here. So I drop that down. That's going to make this wood fit. This wood fits relaxed on this door. This wood fits relaxed on the side, so the two pieces of wood are going to match very nicely. So so far so good. Now it's time to go in here and get this other door done, and I'll get it squared up and set in there. Then we start setting the post. Then we can start locking some stuff down. So let's get this other right side door done. All right, now Bruce, I've been working on fitting the wood to the passenger side door. I got the driver's side door wood fit and the metal work pretty much done. I've got a little more metal work to do because I put that door back in place to make sure it opens and closes well, and it fits very, very well. So now I can take it back off and completely finish it up and set my wood on it, and it's going to fit real nice. Now start on your passenger door. Your passenger door was better than your driver's door, and it's pretty square. I've got it on my stand here, and it's laying very level on the stand, and it fits really good in the pocket already, so I know it's in a good spot. But now your wood comes oversized. So right here, the wood was way, way off, probably that much. So I've been grinding in different locations, bringing it down as it touches and brings it down. And I've got it within 1/8 of an inch right here, and within 1/8 of an inch back here. So that gives me just a little bit of room that I can take this wood and go on down. I've got to get this wood down all the way against this door, framing as tight as possible. I've got the driver's side one fitting absolutely perfectly flush all the way down. So when I cinch this wood down on the driver's side, boom, it's going to be locked in and not going to move or pull in or anything, because this piece of wood has to match the back piece of wood. So if I pull this in on this side on the back piece of wood's not going to fit. So it's very important that I keep that wood the exact same height, at the exact same plane. So now I've got it within 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to take this back off of here, and I'm going to do all the metal work on it and get it locked back in exactly square. And then I'll bring this on down with that new metal that's going to be all down in here to this wood, and bring all this wood down and make this fit real nice. Then put this back up on your car with your driver's side door. Then I can finish up your post. Then I can start working my way back on the sides. I've got your parts in for your tailgate. I can start working in your tailgate, and then we'll go forward with the fenders and all that. A quick look at how this looks. This door is in way better shape than the other door. The other door was smashed in and wrecked here. But this one, you can see how it's all cottage cheese down through there. But the rest of the structure, it's pretty good. Just cottage cheesy down through there. So I'm going to put this lower piece in here right quick, and put you a new wood retaining strip in there, and a new seal retaining strip there. Alright, here's my new piece from CCR. It looks nice, and it's a very nice fit. I've already put the one on the driver's side on, and it fits so nicely, and all the holes are in the exact location. So I'm going to cut this one out, install this one in its place. So far so good. I got my metal in the bottom of this door, and hung it right back up there with my, I'd already rebuilt my hinges and all that stuff, and I'd already somewhat moved the body around on this side because this door was so good. And so after doing all my metal work and all that, you can see this door is striking beautifully all the way around. I've got enough room for my door seal, but I'm going to go over here and do the other side the same way, where I had to get under the quarter power and move this post and up and around and move it 6 ways a Sunday to make this happen. And then when I get the other one to that point, then I'm going to come back and fine tune them a little bit more for my door seal. Now that step gets missed by a bunch of people. But you've got to be able to put a door seal in here, and it's got to shut. Now there's going to be a tolerance or a spot where I'm going to just have to stop, because I may be able to come out with a perfect seal landing, and I may not. But what I'll do is find out whatever the gap is inside there. There's going to be a pretty consistent gap. I'll try to keep that gap all the way around, to keep it consistent all the way around, and then lock this post down. Go back to the other side, make sure I got enough room for a door seal in it. If not, I'm going to move and manipulate it any way I need to do for it, and it'll lock it down. You can notice I got my front end off, because my front end fenders and stuff are not going to dictate anything to do with this. Make this pocket perfect, build this side, make that pocket perfect, build that side, build my tailgate, and then I can make that pocket, and then the front end will just go on out from wherever it is to wherever it is, and hopefully I got enough room for my motor and all that. But I think I got all that factored in. So let me get my quarter power out, put it in this side, move this other pocket around, get it where I want it, start locking this stuff down, and then we're on the road. Okay, now that I'd already had my other door set up, I kind of knew the combination that I was going to have to do to make this pocket work. When this front went down, this post went down, this header come in, so I just pushed it back up the same way I did the other side. So I got my 21 3/4 measurement down there. When I put this body on here, I put adjustable bars in here so I could adjust and lower this. So I raised this to the exact 21 3/4. Did a little push here, did a little pull with it there. I'll have to go in here and tack weld me in some structures to hold this in place. But it made this door fit perfectly. So now I took and relieved all the stress and fatigue out of the door on the stand and got it level, and then brought it over here and put it on here, and then matched it to the pocket opening over there, and it's a perfect shut, perfect fit, good opening all the way around. So that's a really good reassuring number, knowing that both doors are identical. Both pockets are identical. So now it's time to move on to the tailgate. So I'm going to de-skin the tailgate we have and make it where it'll accept a wood outer surface. And then I'm going to fit it in the pocket the same way I did here. Hopefully by that time my lower hinge is on the way, and I'll be able to put my hinge on, and then I'll be able to start locking this body down, because now I have a door pocket over there, door pocket over here that works good, have one in the back that works good. Then I'll start fitting this wood on, and then lock all this down, and then I can start putting my front fenders on. So it's really going along good, and I'm stoked at how well that this worked out.